Wish you all a very happy new year from Cricket Happenings with your host Ram. And it's the new year 2023, and also it's a start of cricket in the year 2023. And as I told you yesterday, the flagship event of the year 2023 in cricketing world would be the One Day Series World Cup, which will be starting in October in India. And that is going to be a very proud moment for India. And also, on this particular note, I would like to, give my opinion. As you know, it's a plethora of cricket happening right now. Right, left, and center, we are having cricket galore. Whether it is T20 cricket, it's Test matches, one-day internationals, the T10 tournament, the 100 tournament in England. So I am of a sincere belief that we should have. I'm very very seriously giving this giving my opinion on this cricket show for ICC to really take notice of it, because as you know, we brought the T20 cricket into focus, and the reason being to get lots of great money, because people didn't have the patience to watch the matches, and T20 cricket has become real big, and that has been something which people have gone into T10, people have gone into 100 tournament. So there's a lot of changes that are happening. I think now what the public needs, the cricketing audience needs, is some quick results. And I think they have already been given a taste of T20 cricket. And now I think for any person to have the utmost patience to watch 50 overs, 50 overs of cricket is going to be a stiff ask. I hope that this particular World Cup in 2023 actually brings an end to 50 overs one day internationals. So what I would on my show, as far as my opinion is concerned, I would like to say that there should be only two versions of cricket. One is the classical version, the technical version of cricket, which we call it Test cricket, and the other version should be the T20 cricket. Because what is more important for, as you know, cricket has become very commercial nowadays. We all know that. So basically, keeping that in view, it's all about making money on the cricketing arena. So I think it should be T20 cricket, which would be to the fore, no doubt about it. And as I said, T10 cricket has been experimented. T10 cricket could probably fall in place as well, because there is a success. We have seen a success rate of T10 as well. It has been happening on a very on a regular scale in the United Arab Emirates. Also, I think West Indies followed suit as well. So I have a feeling that there should only be two versions of cricket. One is T20 cricket. The other cricket should be the classical version of cricket, which is the technical version of cricket. If anyone disagrees with me, you are free to actually send in your comments on my YouTube page. My email is right there, and we can. I would definitely love to see your opinion as well. So this is something that I wanted to start off with in the year 2023. So I hope the year 2023 is the last time that we see 50 overs one day World Cup. Now, getting away from here, uh, let's uh, let's see what is going to be really kick-starting the year 2023 in cricket. Well, it is going to be the second test match between Pakistan and New Zealand, which starts tomorrow in Karachi. And I'm going to do a brief preview of that, and then I will also have a sort of a sneak peek, one could call, at the Big Bash League cricket tournament in Australia. And also there is one more match which is coming up. I'm sure it is the final test match between this series where Australia have already won the series. They've taken an unassailable lead, and it would be the South Africans taking on Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground. A lot of talks is going on. We will share about that. Sydney Sydney Cricket SCG is predominantly a spinner's paradise. And there's talk going on as to which spinners Australia have gone in for. Ashton Agar. There's some talk going whether that was the right decision. We will definitely discuss on that as well. But now let's head towards the Pakistan versus New Zealand. We are talking about the second test, which is coming in Karachi. Look, just doing a preview there. Pakistan captain Babar Azam really surprised the cricketing world in the first test match by declaring the innings closed and setting the target for New Zealand. New Zealand took up the challenge, but unfortunately, the rain gods intervened and the match could not go forward. But definitely full credit to the Pakistan captain Babar Azam for infusing life into a match which was dead and buried, one could call. But let's talk about this particular test match. Looking at this particular test match, Pakistan definitely, the batting, according to me, is looking pretty strong. I have a strong feeling that the bowling is the one which probably, yes, they're definitely missing the services of the left arm, Shaheen Shah Afridi, no doubt about that. They missed them throughout, even in the England series, no doubt about that. Now, the bowling will be in the hands. There's only one experienced player in the whole camp, and that is Hassan Ali, who has been playing but has been in and out of the Pakistan team. So he would be there. So he would definitely make a difference, according to me. But other than that, the left arm, Mir Hamza, they have Mohammad Wasim, impressive, very impressive Mohammad Wasim. So the pace bowling resources, according to me, are looking very slim. And then Abrar Ahmed has already, making his mark in the series against England, has definitely is someone going to be a part of the Pakistan team. Now let's have a look at this Pakistan squad. Openers, Imam ul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq. It has been, as I said, Pakistan have definitely got an established opening pair right now in the form of Imam ul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq. Imam ul Haq has been showing a great deal of consistency. Abdullah Shafiq has been, I wouldn't say he has been very consistent, but definitely they are able to stitch together some opening stands. So that really helps. And then Shan Masood coming in, pouring the solidity to the batting order. Babar Azam is in some great form. And Saud Shakil has been another very, very shining player in Pakistan's ranks, according to me. He did well against England, and he is someone who is scoring runs in each and every match. And that is definitely telling that Saud Shakil is someone who belongs to this Pakistan team. Sarfraz Ahmed has come back. There was a bit of consternation when Mohammad Rizwan was dropped and Sarfraz Ahmed came into the team. But Sarfraz Ahmed has done a wonderful job. I mean, he got 250s under his belt in the first test match, and now he's ready for the next one. So, but Sarfraz Ahmed, now again, if you remember Sarfraz Ahmed, his skipping is something. In the past, also, he has been guilty of dropping a lot of catches, and after that, he lost his place in the Pakistan team. But again, my question here is whether Sarfraz Ahmed is a better keeper compared to Mohammad Rizwan, because Mohammad Rizwan, according to me, is not only about the batting, also about his keeping. And when you have a wicket keeper in your ranks, what is more important is the wicket keeping skills, because the batting is a secondary one. But what you want to know, what you want to get from a wicket keeper is his wicket keeping skills. So I am not really sure whether Sarfraz Ahmed is the correct choice, but nevertheless, feel sorry for Mohammad Rizwan. But at the same token, Sarfraz Ahmed has definitely done well with the bat. The other than that, so that is as far as the Pakistan mix is concerned. Now we go on to the New Zealand team. New Zealand team definitely will be feeling more confident. They did a very good job against Pakistan. They took a big lead in the first innings in the first test match. And for New Zealand, well, everything is coming together. Tom Latham scored a century. Kane Williamson scored a double century, a good start for the bowling, not only the bowler, the captain, Tim Southee, who actually was captaining New Zealand for the first time. He had a good start under his captaincy. And Devon Conway, another superb player, and he also contributed as well. Henry Nichols definitely could not do much. Daryl Mitchell, really got a very quick fire 40 odd runs. Tom Blundell looked very good in his stay at the crease. Michael Bracewell, well, that was a good start. I mean, they got Michael Bracewell pretty early in the piece. And as I said, in the test match, one has never seen such a event happening in the past where the first two wickets were claimed by the spinners. And that was Michael Bracewell who actually took those wickets. And Michael Bracewell, definitely, I think he's someone who we are going to hear a lot for the New Zealand team, because I think he has already proved himself, and it's only a matter of getting his spot cemented in the New Zealand team. Tim Southee bowled superbly. Southee, what a match he had! I mean, he went on to pick up his best figures in Test cricket. He went on to pick up his highest Test score of 60 odd runs, and also picked up a 6 wicket bag as well. So he's definitely going there with immense confidence. Neil Wagner, to me, was someone who was struggling. He could not. I mean, he's a bowler. He's a sort of an aggressive bowler at that. He really hits the deck hard. He really peppers the batsmen with bouncers. And we also had a good field set for him. But I thought the Pakistan players did not fall for the bait. And it will be interesting to see how Neil Wagner goes for New Zealand in the second test match. And then it's going to be probably a toss-up because Ajaz Patel could not do much. And so Matt Henry, the pace bowler, might probably get a look in. So looking at what's in store tomorrow in the second test match between Pakistan and New Zealand, pitch conditions, I am told it's almost going to be as similar as the first test. So it's going to be a nice batting track, probably a bit of turn in the pitch as well. And also the forecast is good. There's going to be nice sunshine in Karachi tomorrow. So I think we are geared up for one good match here between Pakistan and New Zealand. As I said, that is going to be kickstarting the year 2023 in cricket. Well, so the next match that is coming up in this week is the Australians are in absolutely dominated South Africa to the hilt. 2-0 lead, unassailable at that. And now the attention shifts on to the Sydney cricket ground where the two teams will clash. Now, one thing that I would like to talk about the SCG is Sydney cricket ground is a ground which spinners have been pretty successful. My mind and memory goes back to that doyen of leg spin bowling for Australia who passed away in the year 2022, Shane Warne, who was wreaking havoc among the opposition once upon a time. Now, as far as the Sydney pitch is concerned, let's talk about Australia first. I know South Africans are the ones who have to do the hard work, but keeping the talk on Australia, they have injury problems. Cameron Green, after being stuck, is out of the mix. That is a big blow for them. You know what Cameron Green can do. There's no Josh Hazlewood. There's a real talk going on right now that the fastest bowler in Australia currently, by the name Lance Morris, could probably make his debut, and I'm looking forward to it. But I would be a bit surprised if Lance Morris would make his debut, because Sydney Cricket Ground as SCG is something which assists the spinners, and already they have drafted in Ashton Agar. Well, Ashton Agar, left arm, there is not criticism basically, but there has been question marks raised whether Ashton Agar, who has not been having a good time in the Australian domestic circuit, whether he is the one who should have been preferred. But if you look at it, they have Matthew Kunman, they have the other player, Mitchell Sweepson. My vote could have been probably gone for Sweepson, being the leg spinner. Sweepson could be my bet there. So I'm a bit surprised here, like others, that Ashton Agar has made it to team. The only one thing that I could probably think about is the batting ability of Ashton Agar, because he comes here as an all-rounder. So that could be the reason why the Aussies have gone for Ashton Agar. So that is one thing. And and other than that, as I said, it's going to be a turning pitch. Now, this is the last throw of the dice for the South African captain, Dean Elgar. Yes, we understand that he's leading an inexperienced unit. He's the only experienced bloke other than Kagiso Rabada in the team. So I understand that. But now, can South Africa put it across the Aussies and prove things? Because one thing that one needs to know is that right now the spin is in the hands of Keshav Maharaj. I'm on this particular pitch. I have, if I were the person to decide, I would probably plumb for Simon Harmer. Simon Harmer has been successful in English county cricket. Then he, by through sheer what do you call the sheer perseverance, he actually entered the South African team. Yes, he has not been doing anything. He has not been making any waves so far, but I think this would be the ideal time to thrust Simon Harmer into the mix. The Aussies batting is looking in terrific nick right now. The South Africans extreme pressure. So, but definitely there's a lot of talent. So I would, and also one thing that I would like to say here is the South African captain Dean Elgar is the one I would like to see who leads the way from the front, because he is the one who was not amongst the runs in those two matches that were played. So can Dean Elgar set an example in the SCG test? So these are the two matches coming up in the year 2023. Now I'm just going to do a sneak peek at the Big Bash League tournament in Australia. Let's go get on to the match between a high scoring. This was the high scoring match was between it was Brisbane Heat, beating the, I think it was Sydney Sixers, and that was a high scoring match. Brisbane Heat, turned on the heat right away on the Sydney Sixers by raising a total of 224 for 5. And I'm told Brisbane Heat hit their highest total in this tournament. And look at the contribution there. Josh Brown, he slammed 62 runs of just 23 deliveries. He's included 6 sixes and 4 fours. And also, I'm told Josh Brown himself is a manufacturer of a cricket bat. And that's pretty interesting. And so 62 runs of his 23 deliveries. And he has been having a good run, I'm told. And then Nathan McSweeney came in and carted 84 of 51, which included 8 fours and 3 sixes, 224 for 5. A very good score on this particular track. The wicket takers, it was Ben Dwarshius, 1 for 55, then 1 for 30 for Hayden Kerr, a bit costly there. Jackson Bird, 1 for 47. Sean Abbott, 147, and Dan Christian, 1 for 5. The Sydney Sixers made a real fist of it, raising 209 runs in reply. So that was a very good stuff from Sydney Sixers. But there was no, other than James Wentz, who made 41 of 24, we didn't have any player who actually went the distance like what the Brisbane Heat did. And that was the key. And that was not something which was forthcoming. And that's the precise reason they fell short by probably 16 odd runs. And it was a victory for the Brisbane Heat. 41 coming from Jordan Silk of 23 deliveries, 3 fours and 2 sixes. Hayden Kerr contributing 27 of 15, 2 fours, 1 6. And that was it. There's nothing much to really talk about. Michael Nasser took a wonderful catch to bring an innings to the end. And that was a real beauty. 3 for 41 is bowling figures. Steggedy 2 for 59. 1 for 54 for Bazley, who was slammed all across the park. 2 for 31 for Matthew Kunman. And 2 for 2, Ross Whitley. So that is as far as this particular match is concerned. Now we go on to the other match you just played, which was more of a low-scoring encounter. It was the Melbourne Renegades taking on the Perth Scorchers. and it was the first to take strike was the Melbourne Renegades batsman, and they put up 155 for 6. Peter Hanscom failing with the bat, but Nick Maddinson, retiring hurt, I reckon. And then the person to contribute was Aaron Finch, who made 65 48, 6 fours, 2 sixes, and 155 for 6 was the score. Jason Behendorf, 1 for 17, 1 for 35. Jai Richardson, who has been having a good time in the Big Bash League, 3 for 32 for Andrew Ty, 1 for 27 for Peter Hatsaglu, and it was the Perth Scorchers who actually aced the chase by winning the game. Perth Scorchers had to score 156. They did it by losing just 5 wickets. And the contributors at the top, it was du Plessis, 39 of 29, 5 fours included. Cameron Bancroft came into some good form, 36 of 32, 4 fours, 1 6. And Josh Inglis making 47 of 34, 50 of with 5 fours, 1 6. And that was a good victory for the Sydney, for the Perth Scorchers. And Akhil Hussain, well, he is playing his Big Bash League. He has been doing a good job here in the Big Bash League. None for 28 from 4. Tom Rogers has been another one who has been having a good Big Bash League, but not amongst the wickets here. 1 for 46. 2 for 21 for Kane Richardson, bowled superbly. 1 for 30 to Will Sutherland, and that was the end of the game. And the man of the match went to Andrew Ty, picking up 3 wickets for 32 runs. Well, dear fans, subscribers, that really brings an end to this cricket show. Cricket happenings this on the Sunday, the 1st of January 2023. Hope we all have a great year. Yes, great year, but also a year filled with absolute cricket excitement. With this being said, this is your host Ram signing off on this particular cricket show. Thank you. And I'll be back once again tomorrow, being a holiday. So tomorrow I'll once again be back to probably narrate the tale on the first day's play in the second test match between Pakistan and New Zealand. Keep yourself tuned in, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.